Hey guys, what is going on? It is Chris here. Hopefully, you guys had a pretty good Tuesday. Sorry, pretty good Tuesday for MLB. Like I said, hopefully, you guys won some money as well. Wasn't too bad for us. We split even kind of on FanDuel DraftKings. The FanDuel cash line was freaking crazy, man. It was a 159 to 161. Unfortunately, just going to keep up with it. Had a 142 is what we finished at, so unfortunately, we lost. I mean, the cash line that I was in was higher than most of the tournaments, so it just sucks that that happens sometimes in double ups. So anyway, but DK did cash. The DK line wasn't too high, like a 108, 109, maybe a little higher. But anyway, it was not too shabby for us. I forgot who we had. We had Robinson Chirinos, stacked the Cubs quite a bit, so it wasn't too shabby there. So anyway, yeah, just doubled up money there. As you see there, won $100, so not too bad. So anyway, we'd love to have you guys come join us. That $10 a week for FanDuel and $10 a week separately for DraftKings. Like I said, if you just go to our Twitter, you guys will see a lot of our winnings. Like I said, we're winning almost every single day. So we'd love to have you guys come join us. Like I said, only $10 a week. Like I said, if you are signing up, please play double ups and 50-50s. You can mix in one or two tournaments, but do at least 80% double ups. Here is our Twitter. It should be in the comment section. If it's not, then it's right here. So that is mostly it for the recap. So yeah, a lot of really high scoring games there yesterday. So anyway, I think we have a 12-game slate here today. Not the greatest totals here early in the morning on this 12-game slate. A couple weather issues to be looking at as well. Like I said, I'm not going to go through the weather issues, but like I said, definitely keep in mind throughout the day. Like I said, Kevin Roth on Roto Grinders, that is the guy to go to check out weather. As you see here, we got a couple of weather issue games to look at. So anyway, I'm just showing you the best players that I'm looking at. Depending, like I said, they could be in weather games, could not be in weather games. Just some of the top guys that I'm looking at. So usually we go game by game, but here we're just gonna skip through on some of the guys that I am looking at. So anyway, here you go. Here are some of the totals that you are looking at. I will go and briefly just tell you guys what the best totals are per team here early in the morning. Milwaukee has a 5.58 run total. Texas has a 5.48. Let me go look here real quick. Trying to find. There they are. My bad. Boston versus Kansas City with a 5.02. New York and Houston both at a 4.96. And I think St. Louis was a 4.92 against Cincinnati. So not the greatest totals out there yesterday. We saw a whole bunch of them over 5. Today we only have 3 over 5 here today. But as normal, run totals do change throughout the day, so anything can happen. Some guys could jump up. Some teams could jump down, depending on the lineups that are out there. So anyway, as you see, the first team is Milwaukee with a 5.58 run total here. They are going to be facing Miami. Man, did they get wrecked yesterday by Miami? Anyway, they are taking on Sandy Alcarita, if that's how you say it. Not sure. Anyway, he's not the worst pitcher, but they are in Miller Park with a 5.58 total. So definitely you are going to want some players from this one, since this is the highest projected run total out there. He's one of those guys that could be on, or he could be complete trash. So, yeah, guys I'm looking at for sure. You got to look at Yelich. I don't mind Lorenzo Cain for a little bit cheaper. Ryan Braun, don't mind him a little cheaper. I do like Shaw. I know he's been complete trash, but he's just so cheap not to put in there. Don't mind Mike Moustakas either. Hernan, if he starts, Grandal, Eric Thames. Like I said, just pick and choose who you want in this one, and it should be pretty good. Like I said, watch the line total. Moves down a little bit, be a little cautious, but it should be good. So for sure, Milwaukee is the top stack. So just pick and choose who you want in that one, whatever fits your guys' build, and I think that should be a good one. Next is Texas here with a 5.48. Where are we? Like I said, there is rain. I'm not sure how bad it is, so definitely check that for sure. But anyway, they are taking on John Means. And Means really not a bad pitcher here. So I don't know how many Texas bats I'm going to have. He is a lefty in this situation. And I don't know if you guys know, but Texas mostly only has lefties. But he has a 2.8, which isn't too bad. Strikes out a couple, does give up a couple walks, so that could help out Texas here. As you see, 8 walks in his last 4 starts, not ideal for him. Had a good one against Detroit, but yeah, this could be an interesting run total. So check this one. They are in Texas. I might have 1 or 2 here against John Memes. For sure, looking at Asdrubal Cabrera, Hunter Pence not doing well, but they did put his price up to 4,000. But he's good against lefties. Don't mind Nomar, maybe in a couple one-offs. Not high on Chu. Elvis maybe in a couple as well. But I do like Asdrubal Cabrera. Not picking Rudin Odor in this situation, and I do like Logan Forsythe. He should be starting, and I do like him quite a bit. So that's kind of what we're looking at over here. Mostly going to go righties against him. Like I said, Asdrubal and Logan, those are probably my 2 that I will probably have in there. And maybe 1 or 2 other lefties, depending on the run total. But for sure, probably going to have, like I said, Asdrubal Cabrera and Logan Forsythe for sure, since they are pretty good against lefties. All right, next is Boston versus Kansas City with a 5.02. So not the highest run total out there. Let me go find it. They are in Kansas City here. But, yeah, it's not the highest run total, but they are taking on Jake Junis here. He does give up some runs. So your normal guys, Martinez, Betts, Andrew Benintendi, Devers, Xander Bogaerts, just pick and choose who you want in that one. I'll probably have 1 or 2 Boston Red Sox, not too many. I'm really stacking that Milwaukee side, so I don't have too much money for Boston, plus probably spending up on my pitcher. So you definitely have to give Boston a look on a couple of their guys. Don't know who I can really get in there. Depending on who starts, Vasquez or Sandy Leon, I do like one of those guys on DK if that's the way you're going over there. It just depends on who starts. So, yeah, DK for sure, one of those Boston catchers, and so that's kind of what we're looking at. So, Betts, Martinez, those are your 2 top guys for sure. Most expensive, and then, like I said, Benintendi as well, Xander Bogaerts, Devers in a good spot. If for some reason Nunez gets the start here, he had the day off yesterday, hit a grand slam, pinch hit grand slam, but if he does get the start, I think he could be in a half-decent spot here. He's dead cheap, so even if he gets you 7 or 8 points, he's still getting you some half-decent value here. So, like I said, don't know if they're going to start him, but if he does start, he's worth a cheap throw-in option there here tonight. And next we have New York and Houston here with a 4.96. I do expect maybe Houston total to go up a little bit here. They are facing Mike Leake, and like I said, even with their banged-up lineup, they're still doing pretty dang good. So they won't be taking on Leake, and if they get to him, then they have the just terrible bullpen of the Seattle Mariners. So, yeah, like I said, Houston is banged up right now. So you can look at Gurriel. Personally, probably not going to have him. For sure got to have Alex Bregman in there. Dude's been a beast. I do like a couple shares of Brantley, maybe 1 of Reddick, and I definitely do not mind Fisher. 2,900. It's the price still not coming up. He is definitely one of my top value plays here tonight. And then Marisnik, Straw, not really into those guys. So I think Bregman and Fisher are probably my 2 top plays, and then 1 or 2 shares of Brantley and Reddick in there as well. And then we have New York. It's the last team we're going to look at. Where are they at? First, Toronto. Thornton, one of those guys he could be on, or he could completely suck. So definitely watch the run total on this one. If it starts going down at all, probably going to lay off a little bit of Yankees here. Anyway, he has a 4.53. Had a couple pretty good starts here. Big thing about Thornton, though, is the dude walks a ton of people. Yankees have a couple guys that do, watch the ball pretty good. So I don't expect him to go too many innings in this one. I do expect the Yankees maybe get to him here a little bit. So, yeah, like I said, watch the like with all these guys, watch the run total for sure. Clint Frazier, Torres you can look at. And then LeMahieu, and then Gary Sanchez. Sanchez, for sure, probably one of my top catchers on DK, but he's really expensive. But if you can get him, shoot, why not get him in there? If not, like I said, go get one of those Boston guys if you can. All right, go in to look at the pitchers. I think Sale for sure should be the number 1. He has been roughed up a little bit recently, but he has one of the best run totals, lowest run totals here tonight. So, and he should get the win, so should get the W. Like I said, hopefully just, watches those walks a little bit. If he's out of those walks, man, he's he's pretty on it with his strikeouts. Had a better one against Houston, but besides that, not too bad. So hopefully he can only give up maybe 1 to 2 runs here and avoid that big inning. If he does, then he should be in a pretty good spot. Dude's 11.5, so he is very expensive, but for sure in one of the best spots. You can't get him. Charlie Morton is in a pretty solid spot as well. Don't mind Paxton, but definitely probably would go Morton if I had to pick one. My mid-range guy is Brad Peacock against Seattle. They can hit, but they also strike out a ton, and they don't have the best batting average. So Peacock could get to him a little bit. On paper, they like Jimmy Nelson, but Marlins have been hot, so I don't know how much I want to pick against the Miami here. But also, if you guys want to go GPP, maybe put in a couple of Miami bats. They did score a ton yesterday, so who knows? Maybe they come out a little cold here. Nelson, he's been in the minors for the most part, so that's up to you guys. No one else I really care for. I do like a couple Atlanta bats. I forgot to mention them against Joe Musgrove. Keep an eye on that. Swanson, maybe a couple. Austin Riley for sure. Freeman, definitely got to look at those guys. Josh Donaldson. I forgot to mention, Atlanta is another one of my favorite stacks to look at as well. If you're going, cheap on your second pitcher on DK, maybe look at Vargas. I know he's not the sexiest pick out there, but the dude really hasn't been the worst pitcher out there. Plus, his total run total against him is not that high. So I really don't mind Jason Vargas in a couple one-offs there on DK. Had a couple bad ones, but he's not pitching bad. I think he can get you around 16 to 18 fantasy points there on DK if that's the way you're going. So that is mostly it. Maybe Pete Alonso home run call against Tyler Beede, but that is mostly what I am looking at here tonight. So that is mostly it as normal. Check out the rain. There is a couple concerns out there. So like I said, I just named everybody. They could be in rain, could not be. Just check it out. So that is it. Like I said, W for us last night. We'd love to have you come join us. $10 a week for FanDuel and $10 a week separately for DraftKings. To get in on it, check out our Twitter in the comment section below. All right, guys, that is mostly it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and we will see you guys next time.